So, guys, I have been very busy since I decided on the business I would invest my 100,000 Ghana cedis in. Today is 1st of November 2025, a day after I decided on poultry production, layer production as a business to invest my 100,000 Ghana cedis. And it is day 11 of my Ghanaian Dream Challenge. And today is to find the location where this business will take place. So, I also agreed with my consultant, and as you all know, or as some of you may know, I decided to work with Silver Farms, and Silver Farms decided to also work with me as their mentee. So, Silver Farms owner, Alaja Aziz Yesuma, thank you so much, and your manager, Mr. Suleika, thank you so much for agreeing to hold my hands to grow with me. So, when the consultant visited, he was of the opinion that going far away where I would not be able to visit every day would be a challenge. Also, doing it on a rented land, which is by my house, would also be a challenge. So, going by just 1,000 or a little below 1,000 birds, the space I still have in my own compound would be okay. It will be okay to house the birds I want to start with. In addition, my household, my mom and my children, my wife, they all thought that doing it in my compound would be better. So this is where my Ghanaian dream challenge would begin. In my compound also, there is water as compared to doing it far away or even doing it in a rented compound, a rented space. Also, there is electricity. So all of these are very near. Also, in my compound, it has been fenced around. So physical security is provided, and also um, the space is enough to be able to do the 1,000 or less best. But if I am going to grow, obviously, I will need to look for a much bigger place to do my continue with my dream farm. So this particular place, that is my place, is located in Sanaro Kuko. When you are coming from Tamasco, when you are coming from the stadium, Tamale Sports Stadium, you move to, that is Ali Mama Sports Stadium, you move to the Sanargo Chief Palace, which is just a straight route from the stadium. When you get to the Chief Palace of Sanargo, then now take the road, proceed to Sanaro Kuko, which is also a straight route. You descend on the Antad road, then when you get to a cement dealer shop, which is very, very uh, obvious, very, very in a very advantageous position. So you see it on your left hand, there is a 10. So you move from there about 4 or 5 houses, then you get to where I live. So my place is not so much of a hidden place, it is a built up area. And as a built up area, my neighbors, I have gone to talk to each of them, those of them that are in my north, east, west, and south. I've talked to all of them about the intention I have. I used to have a poultry farm, which is a very small one, about 80 to 90 birds some time ago. That is about 10 years ago. And I just told them that I want to expand the project I did some time ago. Even at that time, most of them were not even in this area. So I went to tell them that they should, when they see people coming in, if they see me doing some constructions, if they see me eventually bringing poultry beds, they should support me. They should understand and give me all manner of support to ensure that I move to succeed in this particular project. And the fear I have to do with the the noise of the birds, and also when their litter, their feces mixes up with water, the smell that comes out of it. So when that happens, or if that happens, the smell will begin to take over the local area, and if there is no proper understanding between myself and the people, there would be some problems. However, I don't anticipate any problem because already in this community we are having to do with a welder who is just behind my place, and also some nika and other things that are making so much noise when you are in your room and they spark them, you just don't feel comfortable at all. That notwithstanding, I don't expect any problem to come from my neighbors, because when they do, as a result of they reporting me for causing nuisance or what have you, then it means that a lot of small businesses are going to also come down, because I will also report them. But that is not to say it's a threat, but that is also to say that it is not something that I will take lightly. So I expect them to live with it for some time, and I also pray that the authorities of the Sanel Municipal Assembly wouldn't come to take me on anytime soon, because I don't also hope that I will break any of the rules. The consultant says that once the birds come in and I change their litter every 2 to 3 months, depending upon how filthy it becomes, I shouldn't have problems with contamination. I shouldn't have problems with feces. I shouldn't have problem with smell. So I hope to abide by that, and with that, I am hoping that I wouldn't have any problem with anybody at all in this compound. So the location that the consultant mentioned is also advantageous in the sense that one is a built up area. A lot of people, when the poultry begins to lay eggs, and I also stressed this when I went around to visit my neighbors, that they should expect eggs in 6 months, God willing, that there will be some eggs for them to buy and enjoy. So, unlike farms that are far away, very, very far away from the township, with farms that are within the township, that I'm likely to get markets, that's a retail market. But those of them that are far away, and especially very big farms, they have to sell at a farmer's market, or they have to sell at a farmer's price, or they call it farm gate price, which is a bit lower. And the farm gate price, the person buying it may also go to sell it to somebody who is a wholesale buyer. The person now also sell it to those who are going to go to do retail sales. So I doing it in town may break away from these three chains of farm gates, wholesale, before getting to a retail. So I just go straight to sell to the retail, to sell as retail, so that those buying 2 crates, 1 crate, 4 crates, 5 crates, 7, 10 crates, that they can come and buy from me directly. And with those prices, I may not have to reduce them so much that may affect me. So that having this community as a location is another cuckoo, as a place that I will do this portrait, that it has its advantages. But there are a number of disadvantages that may also come up. One of them is that there is erratic water supply. Just as I was complaining about the internet connectivity in this community at some times of the day, especially from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. thereabout, there is also an acute water challenge, especially during the dry season. So from this time, November, up to when the rain starts seriously, the Ghana Water Company supplies are very, very inadequate, and it's also very erratic. So in my compound, for instance, though it is not in a quite low light area, not also in a high light area, the water flows sometimes every week, and sometimes we get to a period that up to 2 weeks to 1 month the water wouldn't flow. So the consultant says that is silver farms and logistics. They say that if I don't work on getting water, this may be a challenge that may affect my poultry. They also mentioned that looking at the compound, there is the undeveloped plot that I was hoping to use as the farm. It is like a ditch where runoff water comes from various places to come and lie there. And when there's heavy rains, some of the water runs into the compound. Just within 30 minutes to 1 hour after the rains, then the water washes away again. So that's the construction of the house, the construction of the chicken house. If I don't take care to raise it at a level and to concrete it very well, that there may be a problem of water coming into the chicken house. And that's every poultry farmer's alibi, every poultry farmer's serious trouble is when water gets into the farm, especially when it is a deep litter system, that the water comes into the litter and it breeds a lot of maggots, it breeds a lot of bacteria and viruses that eventually the birds will eat it and they will fall sick and they may die, they may all die. So that I should be very careful with the way I allow water into the compound and allow water into potentially the chicken house that will be constructed. And I am not taking that lightly at all. There is a fence, a chain link fence across around the building where I live now. However, there is no block work before the chain link on the block, so it allows water when there's heavy rainfall to wash into the compound before it goes after the rain. So I will not take this lightly at all. I will ensure that the chicken house is constructed very well and at a height that the water cannot go in. It is not a low lying area, but it's just the runoff from rains, from heavy rains. And it is also caused by the main road not having been constructed, not having had gutters for the runoff to run through into the small river, small dam we have here. So for authorities, we pray that they come to work on the road and put gutters so that the runoff can go straight to the dam without having to enter into our houses to cause us trouble. And for me, this 100,000 Ghana cedis, should I put it in this project and the poultry birds come in and because of runoff, I happen to lose my best, this would be very terrible. And the country, the state wouldn't have treated me very well at all. I am just a dreamer. I am just hoping that I live my Ghanaian dream. So, because of no fault of mine, though I'll take precautions, but it is not entirely going to be the result of my protection that water may not come in. But when the gutter is constructed and water runs through that without having to run down and to come to my compound, that would be something that would have been a great help to me. And also the water having to flow all the time. There's this in the whole of Tamale, the quantity of water we get is not so much. So those of us who even get once a week or sometimes 2 weeks before we get the water, we are even lucky. However, is this supposed to be like that? Are we supposed to get lucky simply by getting water to drink? No. So government should also do their best. The Sanargo Municipal Assembly should also do their best. The chiefs should do their best to ensure that water gets into Tamale. Additional water gets into Tamale. Additional water gets into Sanargo Kuko. All of us are able to get water, so that I will not have to worry about putting my 100,000 Ghana cedis only for my chicken to go thirsty and dying and me not getting my money back. It will be very sad that I put 100,000 Ghana into something just because water does not flow, I lose it. So you can see that these are elements that are not within my own control, even though I have to take precautionary measures to ensure that it doesn't affect me entirely. So the one having decided on a business, and the 11 on the entire Ghanaian Dream Challenge, and today being the 1st of November, we have settled on a location, and it is going to be in my own compound in Sanaro Kuko. That is where the business will happen. So I pray that everybody understands, everybody supports, everybody considers all the challenges that will come, but everybody will support it to grow. Eventually, when it does, like I said, I'll pick it from here and take it to a place that it won't have any problem with people that I'll be living with or the neighbors that will be there, because I hope that place will be a farm where poultry will not have any challenges there. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so and follow me so that you will see how this turns out day by day. Salam.